Hello there! Welcome to the block coding adventure. My name is Melis, and I'll be your tutor throughout this journey.
Don't forget about me.
Of course! How can I forget about you, Twang? If you haven't met her yet, this is Twang. She's my favorite space cat. She'll accompany us as we solve mysteries and problems together. So, what is waiting for you on this adventure path? Together, we will create heroes, fix robots, make our own games, and so much more. All with the power of block coding.
Hey Jihan, how are you?
Hi Eileen, it is nice to see you again for the one crazy, exciting, fun live show again. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm actually really excited for today's show. We have a lot of awesome prizes and awesome announcements to make this week, so I'm very happy to be here.
Wonderful. So without talking too much, maybe we can jump into the agenda of the week. What do we have today?
Totally. Well, we have awesome things. Like every week, we have a number of exciting activities. This time, we're going to do a Q&A again for our newest adventure, which just got released last week called Celebrate Together Day, which is really exciting. We're going to have a challenge of the week and announce our winners from last week's challenge.
Oh,
And
last
we have
week's challenge was the pre-5 water challenge, right?
Exactly. We had a lot of twinners put on some awesome DIY experiments for purifying the dirty water, and we're going to announce the top 3 winners and give out coins to them. And then I've got for everyone some exciting and good news for the news of the week. And then, of course, awesome live trivia. I hope you all like it with, again, great coin prizes.
Perfect, but I see something else. It's called
Yeah.
like surprise announcement or something. What is that?
Yeah, so after we tell next week's challenge, we have another week of another announcement, and it has to do with something like
Pumpkins.
October. Exactly. So it's October, and Halloween is one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
It's Spooktober, actually. We have
Spooktober.
a special Halloween special live show. We have on the 27th our regular live session, but on the 30th we have an amazing Halloween live show, and I have a lot of really cool announcements to make about that at the end of our show.
At
So
the
stay
end of the
tuned.
show.
At
Okay.
the end of the show, if you want to know more about it, you have to wait until the end of the show. But I can tell you it's worth the wait because we have amazing prizes and amazing things to share with you, including how to make jack-o'-lanterns and everything like that in our twin app. So
I'm really excited. I will try to find one and I will try to make one like you. It looks amazing. Can you please show it again?
yeah, of course.
Maybe we can show like this. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it looks happy, kinda.
I was going for scary, but happy's fine. I've got 3 other ones, and then he's got a nice hat, and you can put a candle inside when you're ready to light the night with your jack-o'-lantern.
So
And
I am looking
um,
forward to Spooktober, and at the end of the show, we will have all the announcement and surprise announcement from Eileen about Halloween special, which we will air at October 30th. So wow, let me take a snapshot of
okay.
that. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Eileen. So without without waiting too much, if you want, we can start with Q&A time.
Yeah. So, like I said, we have a new adventure called Celebrate Together Day. And everyone that went and did the adventure, they wrote down some questions and we're ready to answer them. If you go into our app,
Oh
like
no,
Gina
something's
listed,
wrong with the ocean robot.
Oh no, something wrong with the ocean robot. So okay, ocean robot is fixed, and I need to complete the celebrate the better together day adventure as well. So yes, we are in the chat spot, Eileen. Which
yeah.
question?
So
should we
I
be?
was really interested about this question dealing with teamwork. So do you like to work alone or with teams? There's a
Uh-huh.
nice question there, and I saw someone, Lions 2010, actually say
Yeah.
that they like working alone. And since this is about celebrating together,
Mm-hmm.
I was curious about that question, and I wanted to ask Jihan, do you like working alone too, or do you like working in teams?
I
What's
mean, I saw the question before this show, and I also wrote that, and I want to explain myself in here as well. So actually, it depends. When I am making a research, like when I am like trying to learn something new, I always need support from someone who has similar experiences before. Okay, even though like my dreams, my plans are different, it helps me to build my ideas. But sometimes, if I have enough experience on the tasks, on that specific task, I go and try to complete myself. But at the end of the job, if I am doing it with someone, I feel more peaceful. I don't know why. I feel happier. I don't know whether you share the same thing or not, but I think it has to do something with sharing. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm learning something, they are teaching something to me, or vice versa, I am teaching something to them, and that connection and that communication between us actually makes us feel better about the whole
Mhm.
learning process, I think. And also another maybe support that we can get, sometimes the problems might be like challenging, like in Twin for example, we have all the challenges all the time, and sometimes calling for help like Twink does, right? Fix the ocean robot. Whenever something happens, Twink goes and says, please help me to solve this problem, right? So that journey is shared, and I think that is meaningful and joyful, and that's how I feel actually. But at the like 10 years ago, it was different. I think.
Mhm. 10 years ago, did you like it? Was there only like a working alone mentality?
Yeah, I thought I can do anything, but it never happens. Like you always need support and people believing in same thing.
I think we can do anything. It just matters on like how we do it, you
Mhm.
know? Like I agree with you. I learn a lot more when I'm working with other people because I learn from that person and they learn something from me, and teamwork is really important, and I agree. There's certain places where working alone works better, but if you're working on a project and you feel like it's too much, I think it's always good to think about teamwork and what that can be done to complete something. So, uh, if anyone's doing their, project and creating their code for this adventure and they feel like they need help, it's totally okay to ask for help. But it looks like Lions 2010 was able to do it alone, and that's okay too. But
Yes, definitely.
some people just like working alone a little bit better, and that's a preference. And some people like working in teams, and that's a preference. But everyone should build this capacity to work in teams if they have to and if they feel like it's necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and most of the problems of the today is getting like more complex and need more people and knowledge or more brain, more time on it. So I think what you said is really essential. So next question, Eileen.
Yeah, so there were a couple of questions. Is there anything you didn't understand in part two? And we
Mm-hmm.
had we had Roblox 2020,
Mm-hmm.
2010 ask, can you explain what the forever block means or what the forever block does?
Mm-hmm. Of course,
Um,
we can, right?
Totally. Yeah, totally. That's something I'd love to explain.
Mm.
So again, for everyone who likes to code, block code in Scratch and wants to complete their project, you can go to twincodelab.com as well and do this project, the Better Together Day
Day.
project that we have.
Yes.
And essentially, at the end of the lesson of the adventure, you'll be able to create something like this, where you have a band playing.
Do you want me to like introduce the project? maybe.
Yeah. Let's see what it does first.
Let's hit the like green flag and see what happens. Yes, we have the music and everything. Dancing cat, Mr. Jazz Cat, right? Monkey, octopus, panda, and I see a child here and very, very nice
That's a
crocodile.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. It looks like an egg as well, so it's a pretty
Yeah.
interesting character. So, what was the question in here?
So, what does the forever block do? And so we're looking at that exactly, that forever block there. And that's in our code. If when we run, like hit the green, when green flag clicked, exactly, you see that band right there playing their instruments.
Yeah, actually they are changing costume, and when we check the code, right? When green flag is clicked, so since if I click the green flag, all the costumes, all the codes related with the costumes will start. So instead of doing that, I only click to this block, which is controlling the music band here. And when I click, it forever switches to next costume, and it waits 0.0 seconds between each costume, right? And it does do this job forever.
Yeah. So meaning a loop. So what if we took the forever block out and put just those two under there? Yeah. Let's get rid of the forever block.
Okay, and then we have this now, and then I will click only the blocks itself right here, and let's see what happens. Oops.
Okay, 1, 2.
No, like each click, it switches only one costume, because like when I click on this, it waits for 0.1 seconds and it switches to next costume of the band. So, but it doesn't repeat.
Yeah, exactly. So then just by observation, we can put the forever block in back, and then when we click it again, okay. So like I was saying, it's like a loop. It goes on forever. It just goes on like that. So the forever block essentially is a loop, and that's what it does. That way we don't have to always click the green flag to make the program run over and over and over again. That way it changes costumes, meaning those sprites,
and
those
like
characters can look like they're playing their instruments.
yeah, and
So
like
that was a really good question.
I will duplicate this, for example, instead of doing that. For example, I do this, right? Now when I click on it, it will do this 2 times, right? Oh,
There it
they changed 2 costumes again. Oh, 2 costumes, and if I do that like for 3 times, I will see that it will change costumes 3 times. Yeah, see? But if I want to make it forever, I shouldn't copy all these blocks. Instead, I will just get rid of this, and as you told Eileen, I will put this inside of the forever loop, and that's it. They will continue to change costumes until I tell stop.
Exactly. So Roblox 2010, I hope that answers your question. And when you're making other Scratch projects or projects in Twin Code Lab, you can use that forever block to make your program run as long as you want. And that includes music too. You want music to go on a loop? You can put that music in a forever block and make that music go on.
So we have actually that as well. So when I see you here, okay, so when clicked and forever play sound. If I take this out and play sound, let's see what happens. It's playing. It's playing. I think it will play for 10 seconds or so.
Hey.
Oh no, it stopped.
And then stops after the hey.
Yeah.
But once you put the forever block, it will just continue after the hey. And
Nice music though.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Oh, yeah, here it gets into the loop again. So let's stop here. I think it was a nice practice to learn more about the Forever block. Thank you, Eileen.
Yeah, you're welcome. So basic stuff in coding, but if you're not used to block coding, it's also a really important thing. We have another question actually from Coder King asking, how do I save my project in CodeLab?
Oh, that's a nice question. So we have one curious computer scientist, I think, right? Coder King.
So if we go back into the CodeLab,
Uh-huh.
and in the CodeLab, you'll be able to see in your screen at the very top, there's
So,
going to be a thing that says file.
yes.
Once you click file, you can save to your computer. And so the project that you created in the adventure, you can save and open it through Scratch or CodeLab or wherever they use block coding to show your friends, family, show it to your teacher at school to show your block coding skills. It's a really great way. And also, if you want to create and load a project you've made onto a computer, you can do that there too. So Coder King, that's how you save your project in CodeLab. We hope that you had fun making your Better Together Day celebration music video.
Wow, that was perfect question and answer time. Q&A time. I love this. It always enlightens. I think we are done with the questions, right, Eileen?
Yep, that's it for this week, but we'll see next week if we have any new questions. If not, then maybe we can share some of our own answers that we have, our own questions. So
Perfect.
look forward to it.
So now we are moving on to Challenge of the Week.
Challenge of the week.
Yeah.
Exactly. So challenge of the week, as we know, was purifying the dirty water. And we have some amazing announcements. We're going to share with you who the winners are, and we're going to look at these videos right now.
Like
So-
we need a trumpet sound here. Let me maybe make the trumpet sound. Everyone is ready? It's coming. Who are the winners of this week? The winners of the week, here it is. We have 3 winners.
Scientist for first place gets 1,000 coins. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And then Vera gets second place with 500 coins, and Iklima gets third place again with 500 coins. You guys did an awesome job. We loved looking at all of the projects out there for purifying the dirty water, but these 3 got the top for this week's challenge of the week. So congratulations. And for third place, this is Iklima showing us her project, how she essentially used, what is that?
A paper napkin, I think. Paper.
Yeah, paper napkin, put it on one end of the dirty water, and then put it into an empty cup. And with the paper napkin, that's going to be the tool that she used to soak up that water and then to put it into the new cup.
Congratulations, Iklima, for the 3rd place and 500 coins. And we have as well Berra here.
Yeah, look, so she actually did some pictures
and video
like
production.
snapshots
Yeah.
of the process. So we got to see the beginning, middle, and the very end. You can see all of the water went in eventually. It just takes some time. Of course, you don't drink that water.
Yeah,
It's not
definitely.
And then the first place scientist, I love that name. He actually explains the whole thing, how it works, how the water goes from one end to another, and we just loved listening to his explanations. And I think he got the most likes, comments, and has a great video. All of them were amazing. But congratulations, scientists.
They all deserved to get these coins. Scientist Berra, Iklima, thank you for your challenges, and of course we will have challenge of the week for next week, and we will continue to give away these coins that you can use in the store, right, to buy new products for
Oh
yourself.
yeah, the store, like we said, you can buy so many things, all the way from
Oh no,
trivia,
something's wrong with the ocean
power-ups.
robot.
So yeah, but every time I open the app, I hear your voice, Eileen. As you know, yeah, yeah. Can you make that voice?
Help, the ocean robot needs.
Yeah, every time I open the app, I hear your voice, and it is wonderful. So, in the like store, right, Eileen? Maybe
Yeah.
you can introduce this. What we can do.
The store, you can get power-ups for trivia, so you can win more trivia games. You can
Mhm.
also buy vouchers that to buy our twin STEM kits, which are amazing. You can build your own autonomous vehicle, your own robotic art kit, so many things. But then you can also buy like real life stuff, like, I mean, the twin kits are real life stuff, but these are like other toys that you can buy, like PS4s, laptops. Even you can get skateboards, Legos, Captain America shields. Like it goes on and on. So you want to try to get as many coins as you can, and we give the most coins out in these live sessions.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to post your challenges up to your videos up to those challenges to win those coins. So scientist is now 1,000 coins richer and 1,000 coins that much closer to getting a new toy for himself or for his.
Perfect. I love this. I love this. Perfect. So maybe we can move to the next part, and which is
News of the week.
news of the week. Again, congratulations, guys. While we are moving to the news of the week, news of the week. What we have today, Eileen?
Yes. So I saw some good news. And then a lot of my coworkers, like my friend Idil, actually told me about this too. We were
Mhm.
talking about what's going on in the news, and we were thinking, what's something that is a good accomplishment that a lot of people did together. And we actually saw that this elk that was living in Colorado had a tire on its neck for 2 years.
2 years?
2 years it was living with a tire on its neck. I can't imagine how hard that must have been.
Hello. This is
It
one
took-
one curious elk. So,
Yeah, I don't know how. It must have gotten on when he was younger, because with those antlers, they can't take it off. And the good news is they were able to take it off, but the way they did it was the thing that inspired us.
Mhm.
Do you want to know how they did it?
I am really curious. I mean, I am curious about the first part as well, about the elk's antlers and the tire. But I also want to know, how did they take this out?
So the elk was running around town for 2 years, and every time someone tried to get the elk, they couldn't. So what they did is the whole town that the elk was living in banded together and started tracking this elk, sending messages to each other so they could finally track him down. And what they did was they tranquilized him so they could have him calmly down on the ground. And then they had to cut the tire off because they couldn't, or no, they had to cut his antlers, I believe,
Oh, really?
because they couldn't take off the tire otherwise. It wasn't
Okay.
passing the antlers. They couldn't cut
They
the
had-
tire because of the metal rim.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
but
It is
he's
pretty
okay
strange.
now.
He's okay and living.
Yeah,
So,
and
but some part of the antlers are missing, like cut off.
yeah, so they had to cut it off, and it's okay. I mean, antlers can come off, or can break off, and it doesn't hurt him.
Mhm.
It's just, they grow and
Mhm.
grow and grow. It's kind of like our fingernails. They
Ah,
grow like our fingernails.
oh yeah, I cut my fingernails all the time.
Exactly. So they cut his antlers off, but eventually those will come back, and those are his antlers, as you saw there. Because having that around your neck is kind of dangerous. He could get stuck on something
Mhm.
and not be able to get out of the situation.
Mhm.
So it was a really good example of people working together to accomplish and do something good for an animal, something in nature that really
Definitely. Like it
inspired
is
us.
joining forces, right? Like they need to spot the elk first, so they need to know where it is. They need to like sleep it without harming it, and then
Mhm.
they need to come together with the right tools and
Exactly.
seek for the solutions. And even though like you have all the things without cutting off and elk's antlers, you couldn't accomplish it. So you need to know about elks as well. Like I know that antlers has elks has huge antlers, right?
Mhm.
And they grow all the time. It is an interesting fact. Like they grow all the time, and once I heard about this, I was checking some interesting facts about elks, and it says like they grow about an inch per day in some period of their life, and
Wow.
scientists are making research about elk's antlers in order to understand the growing mechanism, and maybe they assume that they might find some solutions for the cancer treatments.
Wow. You see, that's amazing. So I told you about this and you went like and researched even further about these elks, and I think that's really cool because the news is good news, but what you shared with me is like a step further.
Yeah.
Um
We
so
talk about this, Eileen, all the time, biomimicry, looking
yeah.
to nature, right? So I know you love it as well, and it always shows us like right methods when you examine the nature, when you ask questions to
Mhm.
nature. It always shows you some methods that you can replicate. Let's say you can mimic and come up with new technologies. And
Yeah, and not everyone knows that those antlers grow. So it's really good that somebody was there to tell us about that,
mhm,
tell the people about that because otherwise I don't think they would have found a solution
mhm.
to saving that elk from that tire. And then knowing that fact gets people more curious and obviously scientists are looking at the antlers like you were just telling us about. So we're glad the elk is safe.
Yeah,
2 years,
it
it
looks
took a
so
long
cute though.
time. Yeah, yeah, no, he's a good looking elk. He deserves a nice and tire free life.
Yeah, and
Um,
maybe a suggestion for all of our twinners who is watching. They make really strange noises. Like they have a really strange noise, like a scream, like a seagull. Make it. Maybe you can go to YouTube and you can search for elk screams, elk voices. You will be surprised.
Yeah, very interesting. Thank you for so much. So, the news, I'm really happy to share the news with you guys. If you see anything in the news that you want to share with us that you think should be spotlighted in our news of the week, let us know. You can contact us through the app, and we can't wait to hear what you guys have to share. So, thank you.
Perfect. So what do we have next?
Okay, well, one of my favorite things, and I think I know some of the most favorite things that we have to offer is live trivia.
Live trivia time, everyone. I hope all of your fingers are ready. We don't
Yes,
we don't need much fingers, maybe only one.
yeah. So to play live trivia, get ready. You need to be in the Twin app and be listening to us on the live quiz show. You're going to see an answer or a question, some choices, and then you have like about 10, 20 seconds to answer them depending on how fast everyone is. And then if you get some correct, well, everyone gets 100 coins. I'm just going to start off with that. Everyone participating gets 100 coins. But if you get first place, you get 1,000 coins. If you get second place, you get 750 coins. And you get third place, 500 coins. And like we said, coins are really special. You can buy cool things. So we want to make sure everyone has some. But you have to answer all the questions. So to get that, you have to participate the whole way through. And I know you're going to want to because you're going to want to hear more about Halloween special.
Yes,
So,
definitely. I'm very surprised, Eileen. Now number one gets 1,000 coins, right?
Yeah.
Number two, 750, and three, 500, and everyone else will leave with 100 coins and will get one step closer to do any item that they want. They can buy from Twin Store. Yes, perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So you ready for question number one?
I am ready actually, since we announced all the things. So let me open the first question, Eileen. Just a second. Yes, everything is set now, and the live show, the live trivia starts right away. Yes, Eileen, with the
All
first
right.
question.
So question number one. What does sprite mean in CodeLab? Is it A, object, B, background, C, a script, or D, soft drink?
Wow. Soft drink. When I was child, I knew this soft drink called Sprite, but I don't think it has anything to do with the question.
Yeah. So CodeLab, what we were in just earlier in our Q&A section,
Hmm.
I mentioned the word Sprite, but I didn't say what it was. So
Mhm.
even if you were listening carefully, you might not know. But if you know a little bit about block clothing, you might know the answer to this.
So I got all the answers. So go ahead, Eileen, and show us the result.
the answer is A, object. So those dancing characters that we have, those are sprites, and those are the objects that you can move around and program in your coding program in Scratch or in CodeLab. So I guess you'll show us what those are, right?
Yes, so this one. So sorry. Oh, I will show you. Yep, here. So all of these are called sprites.
And you can move them around, you can change the size, you can code them differently. All of those are sprites. So next time you're in Scratch or in CodeLab and doing a project and we say sprites, you'll know what we mean.
Yes, definitely. So let's see the leaderboard, and we will show the leaderboard at the end of fourth and the seventh and last question only. So right now we see Senna, I'm the boss, and Brawl Stars Pro in the leaderboard. So let's continue with the second question.
Awesome. So which of these can we use to run a program continuously? Is it A, wait until blocks, B, forever blocks, C, event blocks, or D, looks blocks?
So if you want me, Eileen, to do something continuously, what do you say? I mean, you say, Jihan, do this, blah blah blah, right?
Yes.
Do this. So I got all the answers, and most
Okay.
of the viewers said,
Do it forever.
do it forever. Most of the viewers said, do it forever, and the right answer is that. And like, it is pretty similar to daily life, the coding. Like, it has an alphabet, or it has I don't know, a structure, but it is very similar to our daily life. So if I want you to do something forever, I just say do it forever. And if we want a code to work forever, continuously, without stopping, we say forever. So some of these,
Logical.
yeah, they are pretty logical, and even though you don't know them, you can come up with the answers. So,
Yeah.
okay, we are not showing the leaderboard until the end of the fourth question. So let's get
So we'll see. It's going to be a
excited.
surprise.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's
ready for the
fine.
third one.
Okay. So, how did the wildlife officers remove the tire from the elk's neck? Was it A, by cutting the tire, B, by cutting the antlers, C, by pulling on it, or D, they didn't take it off?
No, we know they did take it off. They
Hey.
took it off. I know.
Maybe some people weren't listening to the news. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is nice that you have questions, Eileen, from inside the show. So people who are watching, like,
Yeah.
very carefully, they have more chance to win this. And
I
also,
like to reward people that listen.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I want them to have an extra edge. But I think uh, even if you weren't listening, there we said it a couple of times. So
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, the right answer was, what was that, Eileen?
B, by cutting the antlers. But
Okay.
it was fine. It
Yeah,
was fine that they cut him off because yeah, well, we'll see about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
yeah, it is fingernail. It grows.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's
Per-
not repeat that too much.
yeah, perfect. So I think we are ready and to move to the
On
fourth
to the next
question.
one. Yeah. So
Mhm.
this is kind of a wild question. Let's see. What percentage of code bases contained open source code? Is it A, 2%, B, 10%, C, 50%, or D, 80%?
This is the like one of the challenges, like most challenging questions, right? Open source, like it is open to use, right? By
Yeah,
anyone.
open to download, to change,
Mhm.
and to redistribute it. It can be code, it can be, I don't know, books, like a lot, anything that um, is free online and has this thing called open source or Creative Commons is something I think this is a great example of working together better because not everyone can code, but everyone can maybe borrow some other people's code, change some things, and make a
Use out of
project
it,
that works
yeah.
for them.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is the right answer here?
It's D, 80%,
It is D, 80%. It is pretty
which is a
strange.
lot.
A
Which
lot.
is a
Like
lot.
there are
Yeah,
lots of computer scientists, software engineers, right? They do coding all the day, all day. And
yeah.
80% of them is open source.
Well, the fact is, so these code bases, there's like places like GitHub, for example. Google uses a couple of their things, AI projects that are open source. So those types of projects, they leave open up to the public so they can download and change things. And I'm actually working on an AI lesson adventure that's going to be opening up in the next number of weeks. And I was just looking up why or how many things are open sourced because one of the projects we use uses a Google open source thing called Quick Draw and Teachable Machine. And I
Uh-huh.
was surprised with how many code bases use open source stuff. And
Wow.
it's really, really interesting if you ask me. You can do a lot of things without really having to know how to code by using open source
Wow.
material.
It is pretty strange to learn that, but I really like the software engineers and computer scientists. They share everything, almost everything, like 84% of the code bases somehow contain an open source
Yeah.
code that was written by someone else
Yeah.
and being used in another project. Like so effective. I mean, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, well, knowledge is power, and sharing it is great. We can only do great things together, like big things like this together. And coding is quite hard when you get that complicated. So you need a lot of brain power to get it done.
Perfect.
Uh,
So
but yeah,
let's see the leaderboard maybe, Eileen. Now, I am the boss is leading the way with 452 points.
whoa,
Really?
dang.
Yeah. So the closest one is SMGS, and the third one is Brawl Stars Pro, and I see Gökçe and Merti following next, and let's see whether they will be able to reach to the top of the leaderboard at the last three questions.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm really waiting to see who gets first place. But good luck, everyone. We
Okay.
have our next question coming up right now. Question 5.
Yes.
So, what is the name of a person who arranges dances and music videos and plays? Is it A, a director, B, a composer, C, a choreographer, or D, a screenwriter?
Again, an interesting question. I think it has something to do with Celebrate the Better Together Day.
Yeah, I was inspired by this adventure and I thought, why not make a question about it? If someone has already done the adventure, they get a little advantage. But I do remember that we don't use a certain word on, well, a number of these words on our list. So, yeah, I think even if you didn't do the adventure, you still might be able to get it
Hmm.
correct.
Yeah, and we have some right answers and wrong ones. No worries. But
I thought so.
yeah, what was the right answer for this?
It was C, choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And what do they do?
so choreographers are people that arrange dances and plays and musicals and movies and music videos. Um, and just maybe on the street, if you have like a dance project on the street, directors, as you know, are like movie directors. You've got screenwriters that write the screenplays. But I took dance when I was in high school and I loved learning about choreography.
Which dance?
And
Which dance?
we did all sorts. It was kind of like a general education of dance. I did
Wow.
ballet, jazz, modern, all of these things. And I was just inspired. And I learned about these two choreographers, Martha Graham
Mm-hmm.
and George Balanchine. They're very famous in American dance. Martha Graham being kind of the mother of American modern dance, which
Mm-hmm.
maybe our twinners know about modern dance because TikTok loves modern dance
Mm-hmm.
and YouTube. But George Balanchine is actually known as one of the fathers of American ballet. So if people like going to the ballet, or they're maybe coming up is the Nutcracker
Mm-hmm.
ballet and coming in December, they might have heard about George Balanchine. They were famous choreographers.
Wow, perfect. And they actually organizes the movement, the sound, right?
Yeah,
In a show.
they look at all of the dance and make sure that everything kind of flows well. The music, the feeling, the movement, everything like that. They think of all of these things. And with ballet, it's very structured and strict, and with modern, it's very free flowing and feeling, and but still very structured as well. It's all planned out, and these planners are brilliant people, these
Per-
choreographers.
Perfect question. And we have our last two questions, right? And coming up next, number
Is
six.
yes. So again, teamwork, but this time superhero style.
Mm.
What is the name of the DC team of superheroes that fight to save the world? Is it A, the Justice League, B, Fantastic Four, C, the Avengers, or D, X-Men?
Mhm. Superheroes.
Yeah.
Superheroes. I love the names of these teams.
Do you know all of them? Do you have a
Uh,
favorite team?
I watched some of them. My favorite, they're not here actually.
Oh,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
curious now.
My favorite one was Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think it was not DC
Ah.
team, right?
No, they're not a DC team.
Yeah.
So if you know they're not a DC team, you might know what another not DC team is on our list then, because they worked with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so
Are we
most of
ready?
our viewers, yeah, guessed correctly. I am
Okay.
surprised.
I'm not surprised. There's a lot of superhero movies coming out. So it's A, the Justice League.
Okay.
They're
Even
the DC team.
even Superman needs Batman.
Yeah, Superman needs like a bunch of help, like
Yeah.
Batman's brilliant, Wonder Woman is strong and a powerful leader. And you've got so many like talented groups. Like yeah, that's Cyborg, and then you've got the fastest man alive. I can't for the life of me can't remember it right now, his name. But yeah, they're
Flash.
the Flash, the Green Lantern, Aquaman. That's the Justice League.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, they work very well together. They've saved the world many times over, and yeah, Superman can't do it all.
Yeah, definitely. And we are at the last one, the final
Yeah.
one.
Last one, and then we get to announce the winners, and then we get to announce other cool things. So let's get going.
Yes.
So, what happens to an elk's antlers after they are cut?
Hmm.
Is it A, they fall off, B, they don't grow back, C, they grow back, or D, they turn green?
Well, I understood. Now I understand why you didn't want me to speak too much about this.
Yeah.
Shh. Okay, sorry about that, but it is a clue for our careful listeners, let's say.
Yeah. So there's surely a lot of people that are going to get this right, but that makes it more exciting to see who wins first place.
Yeah, so most of the viewers says they grow back as expected. So thank you for listening us very carefully. We love that elk, and we hope it is having a nice time with its own antlers without tire.
Yeah.
So, Eileen, we are done with the questions now and ready to announce the winners of the day.
Okay, who are they?
Who are they? Let's see together. So, coming right away, I am the boss, leading the way with 6 correct answers. So, like maybe more than 6, I'm not sure. So, congratulations on I am the boss. The point is 680. Marty was following him with 542 points, and Picasso comes up next with 539 points. So I am the boss.
Wow.
Winner. Marty second place. Picasso is the third place. Congratulations to all of you guys. Wow, it was a nice session.
Yeah, and shout out to everyone that participated. You got 100 coins, so that was a great game. I appreciate the live trivia. Thanks for playing with me.
Okay, then we are ready, I think, for the next week challenge, Eileen.
Yep. So we have another exciting challenge of the week for you for next week, the 27th. Our next show, we're going to be looking at everyone posting to the Da Vinci Bridge Challenge. We're going to have this on our Challenge of the Week quest. So you get coins for uploading your challenge, and you'll win coins if you get placed first, second, and third. So we look forward to seeing what you post there. And they'll be on our Twin app. It's on our Twin app. So once you search up Da Vinci Bridge, you can post there, see the how-to video. And it's about kind of working together, in a sense. The way you make a Da Vinci Bridge, it's kind of hard, but it's also one of the most stable bridges because all of the components, all of the pieces support each other. And when you do it right, you'll be surprised with how stable and how cool this bridge can be. And we're excited to see how creative you guys get with it. So I look forward to next week and seeing our first 3 winners. And it looks like we have some people already posting on there. So it's like there's going to be a good competition.
Yes, and I'm liking it. And also I'm commenting on it. What a colorful bridge. Not Bridgestone. It's a bridge. And I have my dolphin emoji here. So congratulations to them. Yes, we are ready for the next week's challenge. Upload your videos and we will select among them and we will give away to the winners of this challenge.
I'm excited for the next announcement.
Yes, it has to do. I mean, it has to do something with Halloween, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's almost Halloween. It's Spooktober. It's been Spooktober since the beginning of October. But now we're going to have new Halloween themed challenges. We have double the coins for all of our challenges related to Halloween activities. And if you go onto the quests in your app, there's a Spooktober category there, which you can go on your phone and look at all of the challenges. And there's going to be special trivia, Halloween trivia that we're going to have open all month so all of you can play on your games. So if you go and click see all on the quests on the top right there, and then you go to Spooktober, that's where you'll find all of the October, Spooktober, Halloween related things.
Wow. They are neat.
And
Nice. We have egg slime, so we are making slime out of egg.
yeah,
We have wake up the ghost challenge.
yeah,
Do we really
yeah,
wake up the ghost? I'm
yeah. Be
curious.
careful.
Make your spider move.
hmm
I love Spider-Man. It's so senseful. Like
Yeah.
Halloween catapult challenge, Halloween ornaments, and design your Halloween costume. And what happens once you finish all these challenges? You get more than 1,000 coins, I believe.
There's a lot of coins to be won. We have double the amount of coins. We have all of these awesome things happening um, just for Halloween.
Anything special about Halloween more?
Yeah, yeah. So we have a special Halloween live show that's happening October 30th at 5 p.m. BST. We're going to be giving out amazing prizes. We have another challenge actually. So we have two challenges next week, along with the Da Vinci Bridge. We're also going to have a Halloween costume challenge that I hope everyone posts to, because the prizes are whack. Like they're insane with
Eileen,
how many prizes
do
we're
you
giving.
have a Halloween costume for this show?
Um, I no.
I don't have also, but maybe I can think of something. That might
I'm
be a
thinking of
surprise for
maybe
everyone.
I'm thinking maybe using a video filter, putting something
Ah,
on me like that. Yeah.
okay, okay, that might help. So, anything else?
Yeah, so in the show we're gonna do a number of things. We're gonna have the Halloween costume competition where we're going to pick the winners for design your own costume challenge, and they're gonna win. Get this, 20,000 coins,
What?
which is enough to buy pretty much anything in our store, including a PS4.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty good, pretty good.
and then we're gonna play another live trivia session, but this time Halloween themed trivia, and the winner also gets 20,000 coins, and second and third place also get a ridiculous amount of coins, but 20,000, might I say, is a lot.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. And then everyone that comes is going to be like entering a chance to win even more prizes. Like you're gonna get coins coming, winning or not, enough to buy like Roblox Robux, one of our STEM kits, a skateboard, AirPods, so much more. Like we're gonna have a lot of activities. It's gonna be really cool, Halloween themed, and I don't know. I'm just really excited. I always loved Halloween, trick or treat, smell my feet, give
Well,
some.
thank you, Eileen, for preparing such a special show for everyone, and I'm like looking forward to run that show, host that show with you. Maybe, just maybe, we might have some special guests as well. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It might
Maybe.
be Dracula.
Dracula? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a twinner with a Dracula costume. I don't know. We will
Yeah,
see. We will check the Halloween costume competition challenge up close, and maybe we can invite one of you to our show. So let's see.
yeah.
Eileen, do you
Be
have
sure to
any
follow us.
announcements?
Just be sure to follow us on Instagram and turn on your notifications in the Twin app. Download the Twin app to begin with. Have your friends download the Twin app so they can compete as well. And we're going to be putting out a lot of information about the prizes and what other special things we're preparing. There's going to be even more challenges, including how to create your own jack-o'-lantern coming out soon. So I'm really excited. I think there's going to be something to do every day
Mhm.
of the rest of this month and even past this month. So other than that, no more announcements from me.
Thank you, Eileen, for wonderful live show, and we are looking forward to meet all of you guys next week, same time on Wednesday. So until then, stay with science, stay safe.
All right. Bye.
Hello there! Welcome to the block coding adventure. My name is Melis, and I'll be your tutor throughout this journey.
Don't forget about me.
Of course! How can I forget about you, Twang? If you haven't met her yet, this is Twang. She's my favorite space cat. She'll accompany us as we solve mysteries and problems together. So, what is waiting for you on this adventure path? Together, we will create heroes, fix robots, make our own games, and so much more. All with the power of block coding.